this dude with this red pickup truck almost like ran over this woman. For real though. It was crazy stuff, for real though. Anyway, so, and I'm like, dang, that's messed up. Then he stopped, yeah, like, some, like, unnecessary accident to this woman. Like, I think he stopped the woman, like, in a, like, traffic stuck, I guess, and he, like, was trying to give her some attention, or whatever, yeah, she didn't want no attention, so, he threw that up in her car, she threw it out, he, like, basically, like, just opened up her car door, and then he, like, said, get out the car. She said, no, she's not getting out the car. So, he, like, manhandled her. He grabbed her up out the car, when her teenage son in the passenger side, or whatever, and then threw her on the ground, whatever. And it was, like, two more officers with him. And I think he arrested her or whatever. It was crazy. It was crazy as ever. Anyway, so some cop, like, a cop, like, arrest the pastor or whatever because, like, he was walking around his neighbor's, like, yard or whatever, and he had, like, like, got the, like, go ahead from his neighbor or whatever. But who the heck called the cops? Like, shoot, I mean, like, that's crazy. Yeah, like, the cop said, that's some, like, what was his name? He said he was Pastor, like, Jefferson or something like that. And, like, he said his house was, like, right across the street or whatever, and whatnot. But then the cops are, like, on, like, messing with him and stuff like that, like, this, and, like, harassing the dude or whatever. So, he was like, out there, like, called talk into headquarters, and what is, like, walkie-talkie, and he said, this one not listening. For real. And he, like, he had this corner with the car, whatever, started, like, trying to detain the man. He detained him, or whatever, and, like, the other officer took his phone, or whatever. That was crazy. That was some crazy stuff. I mean, like, they, like, arrested him because, like, that was crazy as ever. I mean, like, even dude wife came out and gave him, like, for, like, him, like, identification, and, like, some of the police who he was. But the police, they're just trying to, like, put him away or whatever. Man, it's crazy. It was crazy as ever. Real. Anyway, so, yeah, I'm like, oh my goodness. It's really took me. Really took me. Whatever. I'm like, dang. And even that's, like, that stuff that, like, the judge forced this pregnant lady to get a C-section, but she didn't even want it. It was like, something else. It was like, that's some crazy stuff. Anyway, so, yeah, I like, what's that, like, I think that, like, documentary of, like, something called White Town or Sundown Towns or something like that. Like, saying about the history of it or whatever. And it was like, that was like crazy too. Cause what? I mean, like, that's true. I remember when doing like, segregation or stuff or whatever whatnot. Like, it was crazy. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I gotta understand, like, yeah, I mean, like, about all the, like, stuff they used to do and all that, like, oh my goodness, it's just like something else, whatever. So I'm just up there, like, they're wondering, like, I don't even get it. Like, oh my goodness. Now, I know it's crazy. And the woman off of like Bachelorette and all, but she started attacking this dude or whatever. So they canceled that show or whatever went on. Like, oh my goodness, that was crazy. I don't know what she started that for. I don't know. I mean, like, she started a fight that she couldn't finish. Like, dang. I'm like, oh my goodness. But anyway, yeah, I'm like, looking at some, like, stuff or whatever going on. Like, yeah, just taking on a whole bunch of stuff. Like, oh my goodness. Like, I can't even hold myself back from watching, like, some X-rays from to come at 11, because I like it so much. That was, like, really, I don't know. Anyway, so, yeah, I mean, like, I was just up there, like, doing my thing or whatever, going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, yesterday, like, when I played the game, well, like, one of my, like, both of my brodies, or whatever, I ain't got, like, a character, and, like, I think it was that, like, sorcerer character, or whatever. I think it's the name. It's like, it started with an S or something like that. And like every time I grab like, my like Brody's character, he ended up smacking him. And I said like, oh, these smacks for free. I hope you like it. Well, I said, yeah, facial. Like, you get a free facial. I hope you like it. So there. That was funny as ever. I was like, for real though. I mean, like, shoot, I had a good time doing that. Especially in, like, doing the x-rays or whatever. I mean, like, so, like, the other one, he up there, like, trying to, like, beat me up, like, and last time, like, what I'm saying, when we was playing, like, on the comeback, and he was giving me the business. I'm not gonna even care. Real, but the other time he couldn't even mess with me. For real, I was like doing a lot of jump kicks and uppercuts. Saying, real, no, it was like something else or whatever when I mean, real. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I was doing. I was doing all that. Like I wasn't even playing. I was serious about that. Anyway, so. Yeah, that's what I did. I mean, like, I remember, like, I beat, like, that, it's for the comeback game up on this, like, DS. And I did the whole thing with just, like, drop kicks and uppercuts. That's what I did for all the computer, like, the characters and all that stuff. And I did that. I mean, like, I remember I had to play the last character like 3 times. I'm like, dang. Every time I beat her, she always transformed into another character. And then I, like, beat the heck out of that character. And then she transformed back to herself. And then she transformed to another character. And like, he done it. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I had to, like, go ahead and do that. I'm like, dang, he pulling off some stuff. For real though, I'm like, dang. So, I'm up there, like, Oh my goodness. It was crazy. It was crazy as ever. Anyway, so yeah, it's like really something or whatever whatnot. So I'm up there just like okay. After I beat it, hey, it was cool. It was I did that like years ago. I did it years ago. That was like, you know what I'm saying? It was not this year. It was like years ago. So yeah. He just tried to beat that lady. That's fun. First he tried to be like, Luke Kane, and then he had trouble with it. So yeah, I beat the heck out of Luke Kane. And like then he had like problem with this character called, I think her name was Frost, or like yeah. Yeah, I think that was her name. Whatever. I was like, dang. I was like, okay. Alright. So I just beat the heck out of her. I know so. Yeah. I'm just up there doing my thing or whatever. I don't know if they're gonna bring out that Hitman 4, but I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Hit the bell notifications so you see my next upload and my next post on the make sure I'm making no one tomorrow. Oh yeah, you can check out my previous videos if you like it. So long, farewell, goodbye.